You can like, before you would hire people to look at like Excel documents and find insights, you can literally upload a 20,000 row with 80 columns Excel into ChatGPTs and find the most important insights out of this, on demand. This is gold. If you're not, if this is the best time, like you need to be, people outside like partying work, like you need to be, this is the best time to get rich. Yeah. This might be the only chance, this might be the last chance to actually generate true wealth.
It might be the last chance, man.
Yeah.
Or a good majority of.
So I think it's going to, I think in the future, you can quote me on this, 5-10 years, we're gonna have a world where you can work 4 hours a day, 4 hours a week, if you want to. Otherwise, you're just gonna get money. You get $4,000 a month, $8,000 a month. You do what you want, and you get to find out what it means to be human outside of work.
Look, you probably have a security plus, maybe even a security clearance, and nobody taught you how to write poems, or how to test a security control, or submit an ATO package. I'm Chris Akpala. A few years ago, I was in your shoes, qualified on paper, but completely lost when it came to RMF. I had a degree, I had the certs, I had the drive, and when somebody said how to test the AC2 control or validate stick findings, I had no clue what that actually looked like. Fast forward 5 years, I worked across DoD and federal agencies, led control assessments, written ATO package, and passed audits. That's why I built RMF Academy, to teach you the real world execution they don't cover in certification books. Inside, I'll show you how to write a poem and don't get bashed back, test and validate security controls, translate tech jargon, navigate NIST 853, and RMF with confidence. If you're in IT supporting the government systems or stuck on the edge of cybersecurity, this is your way. The people who go through my training don't just get hired, they hit the ground running because they practice the work before day one. Go to rmfacademy.io and let's get to work. Welcome everybody to another edition of the Tech Book Podcast. I am your host, Chris, a cybersecurity specialist in the GovTech space. And in today's podcast, we're going to have a great podcast with somebody I would call a mentor, somebody I would call a friend. We're going to be diving into AI, what you can use it to help grow your business, how to make money. The person that we're going to talk to has been on the podcast before. His name is Jeffrey Scruggs. It really don't need an introduction, but he's a person that's been in the AI space. He's a self-taught AI engineer. He has created many businesses with AI. He has his own business where he builds AI products for other people. He has the HBCU Summit. He has so many businesses that he has going on. And without further ado, Jeffrey Scruggs, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing well, Chris. Good to be back.
Yeah, it's great to be back. Over this time, when we first met, we was kind of like getting to know each other. And then over time, we've just been building a relationship. We've been partnering on different businesses and different things. So our relationship has grown over time.
Yeah.
Again, I've learned a lot from just watching you, watching what you do in this space. So, this is a privilege. Anytime we want to do this,
yes.
You're always welcome on the podcast. So thank you for coming back.
We can make it a yearly thing if we want.
Most definitely, yeah. So Jeffrey, I've been watching you over this time, man. Like, you've been killing it, man.
Thank you. I get inspired by you. You hustling shows the podcast every single, and I'm like, oh, you got this, bigger. Wow. But I appreciate you coming out to the Emirates United Methodist walk that we had, the Safe House. I love what you did with your video crew. And still grinding. There's always something to do. I feel like we're at like the most fun time in our lives. I think 30s you can do everything you want to do in your 20s, but now you have like the energy, money, and like intelligence to actually pull these things off. So now's the time to do it.
And like you said, it's fun. Like now it's like, I remember in my 20s, I was straight grinding.
Yeah.
Now it's like we can go on vacation now. A lot of these conferences, we can just go and meet people that we, build relationships
or hold our own conferences or our own things. Or build our own community.
That happened doing. So like we had our entrepreneurship community. You got
the whole tech community, you got the ecosystem, the whole DMV, we're tight, the whole tech community. Yeah,
most definitely, man. Jeffrey, yeah, we growing, and over time, man, like, AI is a big thing.
It is. It's almost every month there's a new breakthrough, I think last year we talked about what it was, and the landscape has changed so much in the last year. Before I was actually building neural networks, and we talked a bit about that. But now we're at the point where you're just using AI to enhance whatever you're doing, and it crosses so many sectors from tech to media to law to business. You can use AI in all these things.
So like even with you, like you use AI to enhance yourself. You're building, man. You build apps that would take years to build. Would you build like 5 apps a week?
Yeah, I can build a website or app in like a week, pretty much. That's part of my business plan is I can get something out in a week.
And talking to you, you build websites for other people. You
Mhm.
build websites to kind of like track data.
Yep. Yep. We can get analytics of how long they've been on, how many visitors, where the visitors are coming from. Are they coming through Facebook? Are they coming through a link? Wherever. You can get all those analytics through your website.
And so we're just gonna go straight into it. So like first off to the audience, just you don't have to be technical.
Yeah.
Just talking.
Yeah.
So just tell me, like, for example, like what is AI?
Yeah. I like to say AI is intelligence on demand. Literally, it's intelligence on demand. So you can essentially, there's so many ways to describe it or how many uses it can be. So it can mimic human intelligence, and the way it's used today is, let's say you have your own assistant and you can tell it to do whatever you want to do. We've been using like AI as a manager or PM. You tell your employees what to do and they do it. That's essentially, we're now all managers and PMs now. Um, and we tell our intelligent agents to do what to do, and they do it just like that.
So we're at a point where it's like AI is kind of like an agent. You
Yep.
can use it to work for you. And this is
Yes.
for a very cheap, probably $20 a month.
For ChatGPT, yes, pretty good deal.
So
And
most 200, right?
at the most 200, if you want to use like the agentic AI, which has a code and such like that, which I got the $200 plan, but obviously I'm in the field, so I should have it. But like, yeah, it's really, really nice and powerful. You can literally spin things up like search the web, even Google, they had to get on the track, and you have to whenever you do a search now, like you get an AI response as well. People aren't scrolling through and finding web pages like going to the eighth web page, anymore. Unless it's in that top three, if they have a question, before you would Google things. Now you have a question and then you got your answer for AI,
Like ChatGPT.
ChatGPT now, yeah.
So we're gonna go straight into it. Like, okay, so now we establish it. It's on demand intelligence.
Yeah.
You're an AI engineer.
Yes.
Okay, so originally, I mean, you always been doing AI.
Yep.
But you're a software engineer in general. As you were originally, you had to just code on demand, meaning you just had to write the code.
I had to write the code piece line by line,
So
piece by piece.
So how can we use AI to scale?
Yeah. So it's quite a few things. One is, like I said, AI can be used in multiple areas from business, law, media, tech, and so on, so forth. Um, if so, the scale, for instance, let's say you have your business stuff like that. Let's say you want to get it a little bit bigger. Um, so you want more of an audience. I'm sure you can use AI for your content. So whenever you were talking, we have AI subtitles. Before you actually had to manually write those subtitles, AI will literally just listen to your audio and extrapolate the words and put it in your video, just like that. You can use it to help you write press releases. I'm sure we have our captions and stuff like that. You know how we move. So you can have it write press releases and stuff like, get it to the media in a profit format. You also can use it for tech. I can build a website in a few prompts. You still have to understand how to connect everything. So that software engineering knowledge is still very useful. Just like any area from politics to government to stuff to media, whatever, you still have to know that knowledge. But if you know that knowledge, you can use AI to take it to the next level.
So break that down. How would you break it on like in software engineering? Like, give me what are some use cases you would use AI to create faster apps? Like, what apps are you using to write? Is it writing the code?
Yes, yes. So before, and it's grown exponentially. Before you would let's say I had a Unity 3D simulation, right? You could use AI to control the cameras before you had to actually do the math and make sure it was moving at a certain speed and stuff like that. Hey, I have my object in the center of the simulation, and you would have to literally go line by line, write the code to have it do a 360 spin around it, right? Now you can be like, hey, AI, write this script and have the camera do a 360 spin. It'll do it just like that, upload it, boom. And now, so that would just be one script, they're like a 50 line code, but it has gotten so much greater now. And it's gotten so much more powerful now. So now it understands entire code bases and systems. So now we're at the point where you can be like, okay, I have a website. It's got 5 different pages, multiple files, stuff like that. I need you to scan this entire code base, multiple files, everything's kind of connected and jumbled, and understand the code base. It goes in, scans it. You can use Codex 5, that's my favorite one, GPT-5, ChatGPT. You could use Claude Code. You could use Gemini. They all have their own thing and they're getting really, really good now. Go in, scan your code base, and then make the edits. You can literally just be like, hey, add this flyer. Hey, make the banner blue or something like that, And it goes in, does it in like 10 seconds, boom. Now, you still need to know that knowledge, like how to deploy it to a domain, how to, connect everything. But, it's not hard. You can ask ChatGPT how to do it,
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
So even with Claude Code, you showed it to me and legit can code a whole website. Like you built website that I purchased from you, meme generator, all this stuff. And I'm like, man, this is crazy.
Yeah, and I actually should go back and optimize that now because it's gotten so much better. Like, it was a little glitchy, but now I could actually make it like, because AI has gotten so much smarter, it would understand everything so much more. It'd be like, hey, I need you to go back and like make everything 10 times faster and connect everything. But yeah, it's quite amazing. So yeah,
Right. So right now, from just hearing what you're talking about with AI,
yeah.
you can use this to make some serious money right now, right?
Yes.
What-
Yes. This is like, it's like the golden era right now. There's so much opportunity, and you don't have to be like super technical like you and me, like you can literally use it. Like, let's say, let's say you're just a person on Instagram, but you got a somewhat of a following. You can start making content. You can usually you've seen some of the AI content I've made. I can literally change the sky and all that stuff. I just be having fun with it,
Still do.
But if I still do, I still do. But literally, like, you can use it to sell your product. I'm sure you've seen things where like Google's Nano AI, where essentially you can have people. Let's say you have a product, you can literally take your logo and put it like on the back of this phone, and now everybody's doing videos with your logo. Before you actually had to hire actors and models, and now you can literally just take your logo, put it on a product, and have people make your own commercials.
You know what? I was looking at that recently. It was this lady I was watching a video, and literally you can put your image there and create content.
Yes.
This is it. Like even if I want to sell a phone,
Yes,
it's scary.
it is powerful. It is powerful, and it can be scary, but it's only scary. They say people fear what they don't understand. You just got to understand it, and it's just like when electricity came out. People were just like, "What? You're not using a candle? Is you're not?" Or when the plane? Because I remember I was watching this documentary the other day. It was like an anime documentary, and like in the show, they finally had commercial planes, right? And the people at the time that were not new to this, they were just like, "Man, does not belong in the sky," But look at that today,
Flying out Brazil,
I'm flying out to Dominica next month,
and then you saw Sora. You saw the new Sora.
Yeah, Sora 2. So I actually am a little bit apprehensive to Sora 2.
Why?
Something about it just doesn't fit right in my spirit, something about doing day-to-day life with people that aren't really real, but like you can make Prince or Michael Jackson, people that have died.
Oh, Tupac.
Yeah, I saw Tupac. I think that's a little disrespectful. I think that you still gotta have your safeguards. I've seen like some of the memes are funny, but something about authentic memes are a bit kind of hit a little bit better. Something about like in my spirit just says all of this is not real. But in the same note, it just makes real interactions like what we're having so much more valuable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then too, like with AI has a lot of biases,
it does.
especially with people that you look like me and yourself. Like sometimes I can see it can be more racially.
Yeah, it really is in the hand of people using it. Like I've seen people make very racist memes and stuff like that. Um, I mean, hey, if we ever get into a crazy AI dystopian world, at least it won't be able to recognize us properly.
Basically.
They won't be able to target us
I
properly.
agree.
Hey,
So
I'll take it.
so like Jeffrey, like even for me, I'm trying to get into the startup space.
Yeah.
So I need to learn how to code really quickly.
You
If I
don't.
was going to use AI,
Sorry.
if I'm going to use it to become a software engineer, what would be the first thing you would tell me to do?
I would say ask ChatGPT, how do you build a website? Start off there and understand the mechanics of what you need, how the structure system works out, how things connect to the cloud, how things connect to your domains, how to register a domain. Um, Understand each step, like what is front end, back end. We talked a little bit about that.
So get the base understanding.
Get the base understanding. Once you have the base understanding, you can use AI to take care of the rest. You have to have that foundational understanding.
So get the foundational, because my only thing is, okay, you can use AI,
Mhm.
but at the same time, it's like, how do I know? Because a lot of people when I talk to, they said the code can be broken or
It can.
it can be messed up, and I won't
It
know.
can. So that is a thing. So like I've seen it, it doesn't get it right all the time. For simple stuff, but when you start getting your code base really, really large, it starts to make mistakes. And unless you understand a deep knowledge of things, then you're not going to be able to, you won't be able to fix it. You'll be prompting forever. Um, so you still need to know coding, although I think by the end of this year into next year, they will have perfected it. So I think give it 3 months and then all the bugs will be fixed out.
So then at the same time, it's like, do we still need software engineers?
You do because you still need to have that foundational knowledge. But if software engineer becomes 10x more powerful, um, I think there's always going to need a lot more code. I think there's so much that needs to be built. Like, I still think we're going to need. I think we still need more software engineers. I think there was a drought of software engineers. People say, oh, they have these layoffs at Meta and stuff like that, but those are the big bang. But we need like tech ingrained into our regular businesses day to day to enhance our businesses. And I think that's where we'll come through. Like, there are businesses that don't exist online. And if they don't, then, we're on our phones 50% of the day. We need to utilize this tech to enhance our business. You can use it to get ads for your business. You've seen it like for Black Tech Connect and stuff like that. You can literally flood the entire region with ads and get people to come to your event. Most people don't know how to use that. And that's partially AI as well, because it starts targeting zip codes. I was having this discussion with somebody. A lot of people in the political environment, we have this thing where it gets all the zip codes, and we have a database of the people in our region or state. If you understand how to use that data, you can win any single election.
Guys,
Seriously. Like, people were door knocking. I'm like, dude, just flood the region. Flood the region. Flood the region and target the areas you don't flood. Target the areas that are indecisive in the middle. They say that is the new oil. But I think data, it's half true. Actually, data engineering is the true oil, because you can have all this data, but if you don't know how to properly use it, what good is it? You need to actually engineer it, refine the oil so it can actually be used. And that's where the gold's at.
so as a business owner, I do podcasts. I was using me for example. What is 3 to 4 steps what are 3 to 4 steps I would take to use AI to make money in my business? Like what would I do first? And
Yeah, so first, it's very useful because one, you can use it to help you create your LLC. Some people don't know how to actually make a business. You can actually prompt it before people actually pay people money to actually make a business. They go online, you have a service, have a turnaround. You can actually just ask it and do it yourself. You can file it yourself. For you who's into like content creation, more of a podcast kind of thing, you also have a teaching business as well. You can use it to make the subtitles for your business. Like it's real great. Or let's say you're a new entrepreneur. You got like an idea, but you don't really know how to pull it off. Ask ChatGPT, get those 5 bullets on your idea to help you draft a business plan, and then it's literally intelligence on demand. Like I said, like you have an idea, you now have the know-how of how to actually do it. You just keep asking questions, There's so many tools, like even, using targeted ads and stuff like that, using AI. And
I love using target.
I know, right?
That helps. That
Right?
people the last event.
And I'm sure it's helping you, kick content out quicker and helps with your editing. Before you would actually have to go in and edit your photos. You can literally just go auto touch up,
just touch
and touch it up, enhance it, and that's AI, people are using it every day. They just don't even realize it. Yeah.
Yeah, and if I get it to a certain point, the whole business can be automated without me even having to touch it no more. And then, like you said, the business plan. I put in, this is X amount I need to stop working or stop. If I was to stop working, this is X. I literally put a business plan. It gave me everything I need to do to get to that point. It told me it told me everything I need to scale, what I need to do, partner, whatever. I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah. Intelligence on demand. Intelligence on demand. Before you had to actually know people and like connect these dots and have people with specific knowledge. Now you have all the knowledge in the world. Actually utilize it to your advantage.
Even clips, clips are people don't understand, clips and things, they can get expensive,
and time consuming.
Time consuming.
Like literally going through a whole hour of a clip and getting like a 30-second or a minute of it. Now you literally have AI read the transcripts and find the most viral moments of that entire thing and then clip it out for you and make it look nice.
You know how hard it is? It's probably harder to edit that one clip versus a whole
Right.
So Jeffrey, we're gonna go into this, and just so you can emphasize, and I know you're gonna know the answers to this, like so the audience can know. When I talk to a lot of people, they think AI or using AI software, you have to know how to code. Can you explain to them, like, you don't really need to know how to code, you can just use the software to help?
Yes. Yeah, there's a few things out there. When you start to get to more nuanced apps, like very complex, you do need to know some software engineering. I'm not gonna lie. For simple stuff, you could probably use a Lovable and stuff like that. But even the stuff that's out there that I see today, unless it's something very basic like a one-page website or something like that, you probably need to know the basic understanding of coding, because when you start to get to like full web apps that utilizes AI or uploading it to the App Store and stuff like that, you need to know that understanding. But it can still do so much, man. Like even small scripts, if you have an Excel file, and you need to like get the most important stuff out of that, you can use some AI to write some code to get that out. So you don't need to always use it to create apps. You can use it for small stuff. Just so much code can do,
I use AI to create literally Excel sheets for me.
Right?
It literally writes,
right?
It builds a whole Excel sheet and gives it back. I created a whole documentation with that. Word docs and everything, man.
Yeah, you can before you would hire people to look at like Excel documents and find insights. You can literally upload a 20,000 row or 80 columns Excel into ChatGPTs and find the most important insights out of this, on demand. This is gold. If this is the best time, you need to be, people outside partying work, this is the best time to get rich. Yeah. This might be the only chance. This might be the last chance to actually generate true wealth.
It might be the last chance, man.
Yeah, because eventually it's going to get to UBI, Universal Basic Income,
which they proposed years ago.
Yeah, man, I was talking about Andrew Yang years ago. I remember going to one of his rallies.
I thought he was crazy.
Huh?
I thought he was crazy. When he
Everybody thought he was crazy, but look at him. He ended up being right. Yo, everybody crazy is just being right early, honestly. You know?
I won't say Kanye. Never mind. I don't support Kanye West. So
I like his music.
I ain't gonna. I'm gonna leave that alone.
Leave it alone. Cut that out. Cut that out.
So Jeffrey, we kind of touched on marketing a little bit. Like, how have you used AI to market?
Yeah, so I use it to create content. I'd use it to create like art. You know, I like to use it for art. I've also used it like they have tools like Canva, you know, which will it's kind of like your PowerPoint, but now you can make flyers, and I think Canva is just an excellent tool. You can use AI to remove the background from a photo, you know, for your flyers and such like that. It's just really nice overall for marketing because, you know, I'm creative, but I'm not an artist. But with this, I can take these tools and truly become an artist. You know, I can't draw, but I have a very creative mind. So even though I can't draw, I can use these tools and kind of draw.
No, I see you. I see you online. Yeah, you created some dope stuff. Yeah, you literally like an artist on there.
Yeah, thank you. I'm technical, but I got a creative side too, you know.
Okay, I got that. You can use it to market. Okay, what are the most profitable AI use cases that you can use to scale?
Yeah, so I think it depends how you use it. I think if you have an idea, find a way to sell it. And I'm getting into this now because like I realize I understand a lot of things, but sales is one thing. I feel weird because I always know it's never going to be like an even deal. You know, someone's always going to be a little bit up. I always like the things to be even. But I realize, you know, it's just the way of things. Everything it can't be 100% even. So maybe if you give them a feeling like things are good, then it kind of evens it out. So that's one thing I want to get into sales. I'm using AI for sales. What's the question again?
And that can be profitable.
Yeah,
That can
yeah.
be way
It can be very, very, very profitable. Before you would have to have a whole team. You just need yourself.
You gotta pay them like 20-30%
Yeah.
just to sell something you have.
Now I will say, like I've hired marketers. You've met one of my marketers before. Those on street marketers that just go out and talk to people are, I think they're probably one of the best kind. Honestly, I think they're the best. Like they're always the social media, but those in-person interactions will always trump everything. I think that human touch is priceless. Now, when you don't have enough people, of course you get the AI to do stuff. But if you can add that human touch, that will always trump anything this AI can do.
Yeah, because we're gonna go straight into some of the cons with AI. Like I've noticed, like even with me, like I post so much content. A lot of times, some people don't even think I'm real.
Yeah.
So I have to get to the point where I start to make videos just so people can know I'm real. What other cons have you seen?
I mean, I've seen AI content like Sora too. They had people say, yeah, this is crazy. And like I said, I think because of there's so much stuff online, it's making people want to come out in person more. I think this is an effect that we didn't see with the launch of AI, is that because everything is so artificially generated online, that human part of us still desires real person connection. So just like, because we used to be so hunkered on our phones, now I actually have more joy having my phone on the table. Isn't that strange? I actually get more dopamine not picking up my phone and actually dealing with people in real life. And that's a byproduct of AI. Who would have thought?
Yeah, because even now, you know, women and men, because went to AI and be like, hey, can you tell me about how to deal with this situation at work? It's getting to the point where we're getting to AI. We're starting to take that interaction with AI and bringing it to real life.
Yeah.
Like if AI says it in its law, but you gotta understand, they don't understand us as humans.
They don't. It doesn't feel, and I think that's the thing. It's very good at observing. It's very good at observing, but a lot of things can't be logically explained.
You can't.
And no shade to the future AIs of the future, but like you guys don't have like that God-given spark that we do. And because of that, you know, that is what distinguishes us. We actually have we have that divine spark within each of us that guides us through life. And some things just aren't logical. Some things are emotional. Some things you just feel, you know. And I don't care how many ones or zeros there are. There's something where I want a human nurse to take care of me. I don't want a robotic nurse to take care of me. There's just some things that are just too mechanic that I just don't want to deal with, you know?
Yeah, because I get the need for like a psychiatrist or
Yeah.
you know to talk to them, but I still need a human touch. Like
Yeah, you still need
a soul.
you still need the soul.
Soul.
I think that's the word that we're looking for.
I don't know. In
Yeah.
the future, something might happen. Because you know, right now it's not even smarter than regular. It's still at the same length with humans, but
It can do PhD level research in like that. You know, it's hard. I would say it's smarter than your average human out.
than an average human.
Than the average human.
Yeah.
In certain domains, it's definitely top tier. It's been trained on that, but it's getting to the point where it is smarter than most humans. But it's just kind of just like when electricity came out, when you had labor on demand, you know, like now we don't really have to do heavy labor like that because electricity, we would actually have horses carry us around. We would actually, you know, lift things and stuff like that just for regular day-to-day life. Now we have machines, tools, literally handle a lot of these things. Like we don't build a building by hand, like hand, you know what I mean? We use machines.
Brick, yeah.
Yeah. We used to actually chop wood, like chop bricks, you
To be
know?
honest with you, those houses is better. They was there for thousands of years. The ones we build now break down. If we don't maintain this building, it'll break down within 5 years.
Yeah. And I mean, I think that's more of the material that we're using, not the tools. But honestly, I like those cathedrals back in the day. I wish they were freaking. I'll shoot. If I ever create my own church, I'm gonna build one of those. I want a cathedral. Those just shoot. That looks beautiful. You know, they also. But yes.
So we you know you kind of touched on universal income. Do you think AI would get to the point where it's like literally going to take all of our jobs?
Yeah.
Or a good majority of.
So I think it's going to. I think in the future, you can quote me on this, 5-10 years, we're going to have a world where you can work 4 hours a day, 4 hours a week if you want to. Otherwise, you're just going to get money. You know, you get $4,000 a month, $8,000 a month. You do what you want. And you get to find out what it means to be human outside of work. You know, we can actually tap into like God and humans, like interactions and talking to people like, and there will always be work because like, there's going to be a lot of code that's needed to build our first Starship, you know, like
If we already have one, but
you know, they got all these unidentified things flying around.
that's probably what it is already.
I leave that for another,
That's another conversation.
but that's another conversation. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of code that's going to be needed to build starships and jump to planet to planet, and we're still very far from there. So, I mean, I think life is going to get easier, just like the Industrial Revolution. Before, people were working like 80 hours a week, 60 hours a week, because we had to in order to make society function. But because of machinery, we were able to scale that back. It's also because of the student revolution, we're going to be able to scale back even more, you know, and it's going to be nice. So I'm really excited. I'm
excited too, but again, you got to tap into it now, audience, because if you don't, it might be your last time to make a couple million.
Yeah.
You can make $1 million just learning the tools and talking about it online, and then just teach people you can make money just off of that.
Yeah. So sales, learning the art of sales. And I'm going to have this discussion another year, because that's my goal for this year. Thank you. This is what I'm here for.
Yeah.
I think I talked to you last year about my goal for 2025, which was to empower people that were not seen yet, or people that are rising stars.
Like myself.
Like yourself and Khalif. Yeah. Other people, you know, that I've helped throughout this year.
Shout out to Jeffrey. This man really helps out a lot of people, man.
Yeah. So that was my goal for 2025. So this is how I'm working my life in my 30s. I do a year for community, and I have to do a year for myself. So next year, 2026, is going to literally be mastering sales and like what we talked about, So I don't want to say it's selfish, just like a self year and then a community year, self year, community year, and I'm going to alternate like that. I think that's fair.
Yeah, it's good.
Because most people just do self years. They don't even do community
You
years.
gotta take care of yourself too.
Yeah.
I have a friend that's he's been giving so much to other people, and I was like, if you're really gonna grow your thing you're doing, you gotta take some time for yourself.
You do.
And then
You
take
do.
a break later on.
Yeah. So 2025 is definitely a community year. 2026 will be a self year. And we'll talk about it next year. So
Too. Is it so Jeffrey, basically to sum it up is focus on AI, use it to scale your business.
mhm.
And is there anything else you wanted to kind of mention on AI just so the audience can know?
One of the things I do is tech literacy. Um, please don't be scared. I know us as a people are very apprehensive to new technologies. We need to get on this now. It's open to everybody. Please, in us as a people, we're very creative people. It is that creativity that will make us move into a golden age and not a dystopia. So we need you to use this technology to make the world a better place. Otherwise, enough said.
The behind, and then
Yeah.
be on universal income, and
Yeah.
you'll learn how it is to move through life. But that's
Yeah.
some great knowledge.
Yeah.
One last thing I did want to hit on is AI agents. What are those?
Yeah, so that is AI that can do more than one task. It can kind of do multitask in order to give it a goal. So you give it a goal and it will do multiple things in order to achieve that goal. It can search the internet, understand your code, search here, there, get information here. So usually how is done, you just ask your question, answers your question, or does that task. It can do multitask in order to accomplish the goal. That's agentic AI.
Okay, have you been using it?
Oh yeah, I use it. I use it for my code.
And it helps. Like,
Oh yeah, because before agents, you would just give it a prompt and it would just write one script. Now it can look at this file, connect it to here, search on the internet here, get the documentation, and bring it in, and then make this edit. Then you may need to make an edit here, it understands the entire thing. Or you can use it for heavy research. They have a ChatGPT for deep research. You can do PhD level research. Hey, help me understand the mitochondria of Plato, something like that. I don't know. But do a deep research on Plato and all his books, and help me understand what is the true essence of his philosophy. It will literally scrape the internet for everything he's done. It'll give it 5 minutes of doing heavy research and give you a nice PhD level paper.
Because even me, I use AI too. Like we're here at Perplexity.
Yeah.
Perplexity.
Oh yeah, I love Perplexity. That's better than Google to me.
It's good.
Shade to Google.
Man, Perplexity is. And then they have the $200 one. I'm like, I'm gonna get it.
I haven't used the $200 one. What does that do?
So basically, it creates its own web browser, so it can create, like you said, automations, do what you already do on the internet.
Oh wow.
So a lot of people just buy it, they use it for that purpose.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's good. Yeah, so it can actually search the web and stuff like that.
Like literally your daily tasks, it'll mimic it, like an agent.
Oh yeah, I have you know they have their own web browser now, Comet.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, it's like Firefox and Google Chrome. Perplexity has their own browser called Comet. And instead of Google search, it's Perplexity.
Google about to die.
Well, I'm sure they got a lot more cards in their thing.
All they do is build software, so they got stuff.
Yeah, they got something.
Who did Sora? Was that Google?
No, that was OpenAI.
Oh, that was open. I thought that was Google.
Sora was OpenAI, but Google has their own thing. They have their own image generator. I think I heard they may have acquired Anthropic.
Oh, Anthropic.
No. They acquired one. I don't think it was Anthropic, but I think they're utilizing it. I can't remember. No. Yeah, they acquired something recently for their image generation. So, but it's quite nice. So.
Okay, so we're about to wind it down.
Yeah.
So Jeffrey, can you tell me two things? There's two things you already know what I'm probably going to ask you, but I'm like, hey, first off, can you tell the audience where they can find you on social media so you can learn about all these things that you're talking about, or they can reach out to you? Where can they find you?
Yes. So you can find me at Jeffrey Scruggs on LinkedIn, Jeffrey Scruggs. or LinkedIn. You can find me on Instagram, Jeffrey S. Scruggs. You can also find my company, Majestic Light Group, or you can check out Venture for them. You can just Google these things and they should pop up.
Yeah, to check that man out. He's a good dude, and he's in the DMV area, so check him out.
Yep.
And then also, what is one quote, statement, anything you want to let the audience know?
A quote?
Yeah, anything.
Oh, okay, yes. This is my favorite quote of all time.
Sure.
Truth is the odds aren't in your favor, but that's what makes it a good story. Very Jeffrey's quote.
That's you. It makes a good story, though.
It makes a good story.
It's not. It's never in your favor unless you was born with the lottery.
Nope. And nothing in this life is given, so except death. Nothing in this life is promised except death. So,
And that's if Jesus come back, then you might not experience. But the way that we're never gonna know that, so we'll see.
Yeah.
So Jeffrey, thank you for thanks for coming on the podcast.
all right.
So everybody that's watching on YouTube, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video, check out rmfacademy.io to just know how to secure systems in the government space. Check out techwokepodcast.com, check out the newsletter. And remember everybody, get 1% better every day. Peace out. I'll see you on the next one.